In this community, there are different organisms living in the habitat, which provides them food, water, a place to live, and it helps them camouflage themselves from their predator, which hunts them for food. And they are the prey, but luckily mimicry helps them disguise themselves from their predator.
And in this habitat, they have biotic factors, which is a living part of the natural organism's habitat, which are like the leaves. They also have a abiotic factor, which is
I'm just gonna get the fish that you said looks like a sword on the tail, and then it's not
the
right.
rocks, which is a non-living part of the habitat.
They use these characteristics to form adaptations, which allow them to live in a good environment.
Another way to say this is also natural selection, which is their unique
characteristics of their habitat. In their habitat, fish also have a competition, which is the struggle between two organisms to survive. Part of their competition is predation, which is when one organism kills another to survive.
In the fish's tank, they have carrying capacity, which is per gallon of water. That's how many fish there is.
During the carrying capacity, birth and death rate happen. Birth rate is how many fish are born within a certain amount of time, and death rate is how many fish die within a certain amount of time.
Another way to have death rate is limiting factor. A limiting factor is algae, which causes them to die. In a habitat, there can be more than one species in a community.
Another way to say habitat is ecosystem, which is when species live together with their non-living surroundings.
This is a niche. Which can help.
One of the most common parasites for fish is called ick, which is like little white dots on a fish. An ick could be like parasitism. It lives on the fish. A fish is a host for the ick because the ick is what the fish lives on.
A commensalism is a relationship between the ick and the fish. One species benefits the other, and the other is not harmed or helped. Symbiosis is a close relationship between two species when both of them are benefited.
Like the fish that's hanging onto the wall and the fish swimming around. Mutualism is just like symbiosis, when both of them are benefited.
Some indirect observations are the stripes on the fish, which help them lure off predators. Direct observations are observing the signs in the habitat.
I realize that we're all...
Immigration would be like when this species of fish move into this species of fish. Emigration is when this species of fish would leave this species of fish. Population is just like a group of fish. A way to help an animal, or in this case a fish, is mark and recapture.
Mark and recapture is taking on animal, raising it, then putting it back in its habitat. The population density, in my estimate, is about 20 fish
in this tank. Sampling would just be making an estimate of how many fish would be in this tank. And like we said, 20.
To wrap it all up,
Ecology is the study of how living things interact with each other and with their environment.